Yeah, before I got off the bottom there, or out from the low spot that I was at, I took a few of these pictures. Um, and of course, here I had to stick this one back in again. It's the same picture as the first one, but then I take another picture a little closer up, and you can kind of see how that mirroring effect is really cutting out the lower portion. All right, besides that boat going by, this footage was just basically pretty good for watching the birds bob up and down and, their lower portion being obscured by the little waves and, swells out there. There isn't much. You can tell it's pretty calm water, but even those tiny little waves and the swells block out quite a bit. Sometimes, you see almost a whole bird dip down into one and completely vanish. So again, these tiny little details that I try to pick out, really mean a lot to me, like the size of the objects, especially the bird racks. I see a big change in those. If I was to go back through all of my videos and just take screenshots of just say one bird rack, the Bayport bird rack, and showed you in all the different um, appearances it shows at pretty much the same camera height. Even at times when I'm at a higher um, perspective, the Bayport bird rack can be really obscured, really cut off, and then I've been like this particular day um, down real low and be able to see the Bayport bird rack perfectly fine. But one of the things that I notice sometimes is even when I see it perfectly fine, sometimes it can be bigger or smaller. And then people say, well, maybe you're not fully zoomed in. Well, I kind of like, for myself, I'm like this full zoom in kind of guy most of the time. Um, until you start getting sometimes at night, when it does start getting darker, if you pull back, your camera can pick up more light, but most of the time, and I know when I'm fully zoomed in on them, it does have a size difference. Also, the mirroring in the background, too, of the clouds, I look at that detail too. Sometimes people just don't see it, but I look at even the little markers. There's a branch out there that's broke, or a tree that blew in on one storm, and I've been watching that for years. Birds sitting on it, and the size change in it, where it is in the mirror, and when it's vanished from the mirror.
Them two offshore boats. One's a boat, and I think one's the North Rack. Yeah, the one on the left is definitely a boat. The one on the right moves. It's hard to tell. Swing it around here. That's the Bayport rack. I don't know if I'll see much more out here. I can't even tell if I'm on the horizon. Oh. Yeah, it's just not dark enough. Pick up some of them other ones, because look. He's cold as shit. Yeah, that was a waste. I'm gonna go up on the deck. Yep. See if I can go up there and just raise this thing up a little bit. I'm gonna take it up there while it's running. I don't break my neck on the wall here. Here's the park. Last one here again. Okay. I'm not even gonna raise it up all the way. I'm surprised my lens ain't. Oh shit. I'm not gonna be able to. Actually, I'm going to do a 25-minute time lapse.
And of course, I can never leave this place without doing some time lapses of the light vanishing. I don't do it every time, but I try to. And also you see how the light just fades away, just like somebody walking away with a flashlight pointed at you. It just fades away. And these were taken with the P1000. This one was also taken with a P1000. It's like fireflies. You see planes coming up from, I think, St. Pete Airport, and then you see the ones coming into Brooksville flying down toward the left side. And on the next one, I took with the B700 a zoomed in time lapse of more toward the Bayport or the Brooksville Airport. You can see them coming up, and it look like fireflies to me, as I call my little firefly flick. But then, before I completely got out of there from the bottom portion, from down at the sea level portion, I decided to use my, this is cell phone footage, but I decided to set my B700 on a rock and try to get some footage from real low, just above these rocks right here. They're cement bags, but I'll put the video in again and increase the brightness.
There we go. I got my phone, the camera on a rock here. I don't know if I can get it sturdy enough to set it down and film it with my cell phone. Look at that. And I'm inches off the water here again. Come on, phone. Just stay there. I don't care if you're balanced or not. cell phone out real quick. I just want to show you. I got my camera right here. Just above the water here, on top of a rock. Look at this. I can't hold it. Look at this boat. Just want to show you. I got my camera right here. Just above the water here, on top of a rock. Look at this. I can't hold it. And then look at this boat. I can't work two things at once.
It's hard a lot of times to use two cameras at once, but I try my best to get them working. And there is got to be, I guess, one other part to this, with some pictures that I took from a lower perspective. I was going to add them on here, but man, am I tired. I need to take a break. I've made a bunch of these already. It's on a Sunday, and I just, you get so worn out from making these things and spending so much time on them. Even though people don't think it takes a lot of time, it does. All right, thanks for watching.